on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
The New York Knicks train just keeps on rolling.
Brunson on the drive, spins underneath, puts it up, puts it in. Jalen Brunson does it again. It's a 6-point lead.
How does that guy get so many shots in the paint when there's a 7'6" guy, 7'6" guy, say that 5 times fast, on the other team? But that's exactly what Jalen Brunson and company did to win Game 1 last night.
I can tell you how.
They just continue to defy deficits. No deficit is too big for the Knicks to rally and win a Game 1. And we've seen that now in 2 consecutive series. Down 22 against the Cavaliers, down 14 in the third quarter against the Spurs. And they've got control of this series now, up 1-0 with Game 2 coming up tomorrow night.
So here's the story. Jalen Brunson was 3 years old when his dad played in the NBA Finals versus the Spurs. Last time the Knicks were in the Finals, 1999. About 6 years later, Jalen's dad, Rick Brunson, was cut by the Rockets. And Jalen was old enough to know what that was all about. He was 8 or 9. And he cried, and he was really sad. And he really loved watching his dad play in the NBA. And Rick brought Jalen over, and he said, if you want to be back in this locker room, listen to what I have to say. And there's great footage, DK, if you haven't seen it, of Rick Brunson teaching 8 and 9-year-old and 10-year-old Jalen Brunson what it takes to be an NBA player. And he got fixated on it at that point and has never looked back. So none of it's by chance. Everything Jalen Brunson does down the stretch of a game is because he is infatuated with being as good footwork, as intelligent as possible, having every counter to every move. So none of that's by accident. He's just that committed to his craft.
And he's that good, for sure. Pretty impressive opening night for the NBA Finals. 30 points for Jalen Brunson, 12 of 31 from the floor. He had 2 of 9 from 3 in the game. Did suffer a little bit of a minor injury. Hopefully that's not something that lingers or holds him back.
Did you see the spray? Oh. So he went back to the locker room and he came back and he's got the sleeve on his knee and you could see that color. It's like an orange colored spray. Any athlete who's had any kind of mid-game issue like that, you'll get that spray that kind of numbs and desensitizes it. You could see it coming through his knee wrap.
It reminded me of Kurt Schilling with the Red Sox years ago.
All right, let's hear a little bit more what Jalen Brunson did last night to the San Antonio Spurs.
Last time the Knicks were in the NBA Finals, 27 years ago, against the San Antonio Spurs. Jalen Brunson's first shot of his finals career goes down. Brunson the spin, goes at the rookie, backs up, leans in, floaters up. Shot won't go, but follows it himself. Little razzle-dazzle. Backs in, scoots in, right-handed, off the glass. Oh, what a sweet move from Jalen Brunson. Brunson drives inside, kicks it out shallow, off the bounce, pulls back, fires, and connects. Harper drives, double team. Vassell, tough catch. Hart pokes it away from Wemby. Here comes Brunson. Stutter dribble, drives inside. Layup, banks it in. Brunson looking. Brunson driving, layup, shot is good. A Brunson barrage here in the fourth quarter. Brunson on the drive, spins. Underneath, puts it up, puts it in. Jalen Brunson does it again. It's a 6-point lead. Champagnie launches his three-pointer. Hart yet another rebound. Out to Brunson. And the Spurs won't foul. It's now 12 consecutive wins for the Knicks as they take Game 1 of the NBA Finals.
Unbelievable. 12 straight wins in the playoffs. 7th team to have such a streak in NBA history for the New York Knicks. I mean, that's it doesn't get any better than that. With Mike Brown leading the way, pushing all the right buttons right now for this team. As far as single-season playoff winning streaks, Golden State won 15 straight games in 2017. That was the year, the 2017 postseason. That was the year after they lost to the Cavaliers and came back and beat the Cavaliers in that final. San Antonio won 12 straight in 1999. They did so on the way to a title, and so now the Knicks have done it. They will try to be the third team in that trifecta to close out an NBA championship, having won 12 straight games in the postseason. Pretty impressive. 520, what'd you think? 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. Let's hear from Jalen Brunson. We'll start with Jalen Brunson on Josh Hart's ability to consistently make winning plays. He had 15 rebounds in the game.
That's just who he is. He's always been that way. I can't explain it. He just has a knack for doing things like that in crucial times as well. So it's a credit to who he is as a player.
Resilience has been the story of your season. Is there a sense of calm or familiarity when you're in that situation, trailing in the second half?
I don't want to say calmness, but I think we know what we have to do. I think we're a pretty together group. Be able to trust each other and still just continue to fight, have each other's back, and just know that we got to keep chipping away. It's just a credit to the mentality we have as a team. But, we can't just be satisfied with that. We have a long way to go. We have a lot of things we can do to be better, but I'm happy we came away with a win.
It's like, how dogs and owners, the thing about how owners and dogs oftentimes will share resemblance to one another. Yeah. Well, if the Knicks players are hungry, it's only because their fan base and that city has been hungry since the 1970s, David Kelly. We all know the Mecca basketball. We all know all the great players who have come out of New York City in the last 50 years since they last won a title. Jalen Brunson from that area as well. But I just think that this team as a whole, Kat's from that play, a lot of the guys on this team understand what it means to represent the Knicks in a situation where they're so close to being able to bring home a trophy. The Knicks fans have thought they were the best team in the league for 50 years despite not winning a title. So, yeah, I just think that they're it's like there's so many cliches, dig deep, play a little harder, all that stuff. But there is something to be said about how they close games out. None of those guys wilt. None of them falter, Dragon Ball. They are all built for these moments. And guys like Kat, guys like Jalen Brunson, they've been in those trenches. They've gone on deep playoff runs and not quite gotten to the mountaintop. So they understand that little bit of extra that it takes and being together more than anything. They were down by 17 in the third quarter, didn't think anything of it, just kept doing what they do. And we'll talk about it. But to me, it was the 2 for 19 by the Spurs in the second half from three-point land and the shot selection by the Spurs on their side of the ball, which really led to that 10-point win by the Knicks. But, man, the way that Jalen Brunson closes games he's been doing all season, most points in the fourth quarter of any player, he's just that guy.
Yeah, and you mentioned the tenacity of this team again. DK, you mentioned Josh Hart having 15 rebounds on the day. If you had told me that the tenacity was one part, but the intelligent basketball from the Knicks team is really what kind of had them coming away the winner, in my opinion, on this one. Because if you had asked me, Dragon Ball, when do you think Karl-Anthony Towns is going to hit his fourth foul mark in the game? I would have told you probably early in the third, because he's going to have to guard Victor Wembanyama for a long period of time in this game. He only had 4 fouls the entire game. This was a guy who was defending efficiently and effectively and didn't put himself in a position to get into foul trouble throughout the contest. And the Knicks need his size to go ahead and at least have somewhat of a chance to not have that much of a mismatch down low. And he's been fantastic so far this postseason. He's showing it again in this first game. 18 points, 12 rebounds for Karl-Anthony Towns. Brunson's 30 is a big part of them obviously winning this contest, but if you want to go and see what ended up being the winning plays, Karl-Anthony Towns staying on the court, not getting in foul trouble, and Josh Hart fighting for rebounds where he's falling into the first row of the stands there in San Antonio. That's what really I looked at the most when looking back on this.
I don't know if
game.
anybody gives more effort in a game than Josh Hart. That's just the way he's always been wired. And, he's got this whole thing about DK about he doesn't practice, that his energy's for the games. Like, not an Allen Iverson thing, but more like I'm not good at practice. I'm great at game. That's Josh Hart's philosophy.
Another New York legend in the sports realm, in Lawrence Taylor, where he said, "No, I don't want to do the walkthroughs. I want to hit people. That's what I want to do." That's Josh Hart. He's like, I don't want to do walkthroughs. I want to just play the game.
Real quick, back to Kat. Like, Kat has been a top 20 player since he came into the NBA. The problem was he was real 3 happy a lot of his years with Minnesota. His mom passed away in 2020 from COVID, and ever since then. And the other big thing is he complains every single play to the refs. He complains every play to the refs. He shoots 10 threes a game. Ever since he's gotten to New York from that trade, he's flipped a switch. A lot of Minnesota Timberwolves fans don't understand who this Karl Anthony Towns is. They don't see the same guy on the court. And you just said it. I mean, his poise and the way that he was just locked in mentally and in the moment, not worried about anything other than how am I going to make plays to win this game and help my teammates win this game. Cat is a very mature player now, and he was a huge reason. Josh Hart, I think, put up numbers only Draymond Green has put up in the finals game, DK, which says a lot.
3 points, 15 rebounds. That's a Draymond Green stat.
6
Didn't he have like
assists
7
and
assists?
6 assists and 4 steals.
6 assists, 4 steals, 15 rebounds, and 2 points. That's a Draymond Green stat line.
Yeah.
But Cat, all those guys. I mean, you can really point to a lot of different guys. OG Anunoby had some big-time three-pointers down the stretch of that game as well to keep, because the Spurs did come back and take the lead, and then OG had a couple of threes, and then Brunson just did what he does.
There was a part in that first early part of the third quarter where I kept thinking to myself, OG's got to stop shooting the ball because he's shooting them out of this game in that early part of the third quarter. And then all of a sudden the switch flipped on him and he was able to have a lot of good shots in the fourth quarter. I was like, okay, you know what? Fair enough. You didn't stop shooting. You eventually found your spot.
He's an elite player.
It didn't stop. And that's the biggest thing, that none of these players, they don't wilt in underneath the lights. This is a team that if you want to have Broadway lights on you, it's no better place to have it in New York, and these guys can play when the lights are bright.
Victor Wembanyama in the game last night finished 38 minutes, scored 26 points, 6 of 21. Not a great shooting night. Took 9 3-pointers in this game. We'll get to that. 12 out of 13 from the line. 12 rebounds, turned it over 6 times. After the game, talked about Jalen Brunson and the adjustments the Spurs are going to have to make in Game 2.
He's an elite player, and we got the chance that we're going to have many more chances. It's a first to 4 series, so we're going to have time to work on it.
Mitch was just talking about the need to get inside more, to establish more of a presence inside. Did you feel like you did what you needed to do in that regard, and how can you improve on that in Game 2?
No, of course not. I agree with the coach. And, I mean, it's the same. Every team guards differently, you know. I'm going to figure it out. It's, I mean, I was bad tonight. It's not more complicated than that.
It's obvious how much every moment of this means to you. When you don't live up to your own expectations on a particular night, how do you personally reset?
I mean, protocol is big for me. And by protocol, I mean doing everything right, doing all the film I need to do, doing all the recovery, speaking to my team, figuring out the things and holding each other accountable. That's, for me, doesn't get more complicated than that. I'm not an overthinker.
All right, a lot of people talking today about the fact that Victor Wembanyama took 9 3-point shots in this game last night. A guy that's known to be more in the paint and around the rim. Is that too many for him and this team to be able to beat the Knicks?
Well, again, I mean, just like Cat, I mean, there's something to be said about floor spacing bigs who can get you a rebound, block a shot, but can also stretch the floor, because DK, when your center can shoot threes, what does that do? It brings their center out from away from the rim. So obviously, if you have a shot blocking center and Wemby can shoot threes, there's a big benefit to that. However, as we talked about I think it was his very first playoff game that he played this year, he shot, 6 in that first one. But there was another one, I think it was the first game of the Timberwolves series, where he shot 11, and they also lost. So, like, the idea, DK, is he knows, they all know. Greg Popovich texted him after the game and just said, you need to be better. And he said, yes, I do. So, no, I mean, there's no reason for Victor Wembanyama to shoot more than 5 or 6, 7 threes outside of being wide open. He's got range out to 23, 25 feet. He's got deep range. But when you're 7'4" and that skilled, great footwork, finishes with both hands, if he misses a shot, Dragon Ball, he tips it in with the other hand, just does stuff that nobody's ever done on an NBA court before. If you're within 15 feet of the rim, you're doing so much more damage offensively. So they just got to find a better way of getting him at the mid-post and flashing across to the elbow.
Not to mention, I think a lot of that also, I know that these are professionals, but I feel like sometimes when you're playing basketball, you have that mentality of, oh, this guy's just nailing it from 3 every single time. All of a sudden, everybody starts to feel like maybe they've got a little bit of that touch going on too. And they were shooting well in the first half from beyond the arc. So I think that that's a lot of it where, maybe it's contagious. Maybe I've got the touch too tonight. Maybe this guy's got the touch. And that just didn't happen in the second half. I mean, that seemingly disappeared after the first half was done. And I think a lot of that also was them trying to shoot themselves back into the rhythm from beyond the arc to make that defense respect them from beyond the arc. And that just wasn't falling for them. So once they go ahead and reset and they remember, hey, we just got to play our offense and let it flow rather than everybody thinking that they can do whatever because one guy's having a hot night.
Yeah, DK, we'll talk about your guy, Julian Champagny, later. But, yeah, they shot 39% from three in the first half and 10% from three on high volume, 23s. DK, also, I checked, the most three-pointers they've attempted all playoffs. So 43 threes ties them for the most they've attempted all year. In these playoffs, they can shoot three, and they got a lot of slashers, but it's just to keep the defense honest so guys like Steph Castle, guys like De'Aaron Fox can get right to the rim. I mean, did you watch Dylan Harper in that first half? We should talk about that. Dylan Harper didn't even play in the fourth quarter.
No.
So that might have had something to do with it as well.
Struggling.
But no, he was killing. He hit his first 7 shots. I mean, Dylan Harper was the reason why the Spurs had a 10-point lead. He was crushing it. Castle had a rough game, but Dylan Harper looked like the best guy in the court for a stretch there. But yeah, there's a lot of correctable stuff. Neither team played great, DK, and the Knicks just had a little bit more down the stretch.
DK on the sports tip, 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. We're going to talk some Arizona track and field coming up, the NCAA championships next week in Eugene, Oregon. John Paredes is going to join us. He is the high hurdler for the Arizona Wildcats. We'll get his thoughts on getting a chance to go and perform on the college's top stage. Cricket is here. She's getting you home every 20 minutes on the fives. She's got your traffic and your weather.
From the Cruz and Associates Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center, Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together. Collision at McGee and La Cholla and McGee working that collision. Also some backups for traffic on Speedway, both directions on Speedway Boulevard at Main Avenue, westbound slowing on Miracle Mile at Flowing Wells. And also, please remember, Grant Road east of I-10 is closed through the beginning of August. 72 the overnight low, sunny, 102 tomorrow, 103 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio, 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by eBay. eBay is home to millions of finds, and each one becomes part of your story. From your favorite vintage band tee to the dream car you've been searching for or the foul ball you heroically gave away. It's all there on eBay. eBay, things people love.
With Bet365 Early Payout, you win even if they lose. Get paid out instantly when your team goes up big, even if they blow the lead later. Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Arizona.
Progressive knows you could have easily taken the freeway, but you took the scenic route to see a waterfall and an oddly busy boiled peanut stand. Discovering the unexpected is exactly why you bought an RV, so protect it with a bundle from Progressive. Because although you may be 3 hours behind schedule, you're 6 jars of jam richer and possibly enrolled in a butter-churning workshop. Switch to Progressive and protect your RV, boat, or motorcycle by bundling with your home or auto insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Babbel proudly presents The Poison Gift.
Derek, hi.
Hi. I got you something. Ein bisschen Gift.
Gift? Ist das Gift?
Ja, ist das Gift. Für dich.
If you buy her a gift, don't tell her it's poison. Use Babbel. Practice with Babbel's guided conversations based on real situations. Get up to 50% off on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
My dad passed away unexpectedly. Of course, it was awful in every way, but we are very grateful that he had life insurance. So even after he was gone, he was still able to provide for us. And that's why I have life insurance for my family. Ethos.com. They make it fast and easy to get covered. It's 100% online. You get a quote in seconds, and you can apply in minutes. You get covered the same day.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required. Rates may vary.
Oh, no, not the sink. Not now.
Plumbing issues can put your life on pause. But with anytime emergency scheduling, the Neighborly Done Right promise, and more, Mr. Rooter Plumbing will have your life flowing again in no time.
All fixed.
Much better.
Mr. Rooter is proud to cheer on the Cats. Mention this ad for 10% off any plumbing service. A win for the whole family. Bear down, Arizona.
Mr. Rooter Plumbing, a neighborly company.
You know it. Your neighbors know it. And let's face it, the mailman knows it too. Your yard just isn't what it used to be. But thankfully, Dorado Rock Materials can get you, well, your yard anyway, back to what it once was, and even better. Dorado Rock Materials has just what your yard needs, from decorative rock to boulders and everything in between, brought right to you. And if you need help spreading it, we can help with that too. Dorado Rock Materials. The right service, the right product, the right price.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code CLEAR to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code CLEAR to borrow up to $10,000. Use code CLEAR to borrow up to $10,000.
Oh my gosh, Ted, why are you digging up the yard?
I'm looking for that stupid pipe. The bathroom drain is still clogged.
Shouldn't we call Goodfellas AC and Plumbing? You know, the professionals?
I found the pipe.
Whatever clogs your drains, leave it to the professionals at Goodfellas AC and Plumbing. The choice your family can count on for quick, reliable plumbing service using Permaliner to fix pipes and drains without digging up the yard. Good service, good prices, Goodfellas. GoodfellasAC.com.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. Short show today. That's because we've got more Women's College World Series action for you. Game 2 could be the final night of the college softball season. That's because Texas rolled out early last night against Texas
That'll
Tech.
bring up the dangerous Katie Stewart, the SEC Player of the Year. She of the 30 home runs. 1 ball and no strikes that counts. Here's the windup. Terry brings it in. Stewart swings and drills one to center, and that's gone. A 4th consecutive game with a home run for Katie Stewart, and Texas leads 2-1. Another, no doubt about it, shot for Katie Stewart. 2 balls and 1 strike to Wells. Terry set, rocks and fires. Swinging a line drive into right center. That's going to get down for a base hit. Allred over to cut it off. Atwood takes a big turn on her way to third. She's in there with a slide. Holding it first with a single is Wells. And the inning continues. The Longhorns have runners at first and third for Kaya Altmaier. And that's going to be it, at least for now, for Caitlin Terry, who has already crossed the foul line and meets Nyjah Kennedy right near the door of the dugout. Terry is a fiery competitor, and she is not at all pleased as she is being taken out right now by Jerry Glasgow, and Nyjah Kennedy will enter the game. Altmaier batting .298. Here's the pitch. Altmaier swings, ground ball hit to first, off the glove of Liss, rolling towards second. Everybody is safe. Atwood scores from third, and it's a 3-1 Texas lead.
On another hard contacted ball, this time by Kaya Altmaier, who has a lot of speed from that left side.
And here comes Ashton Maloney now with 2 on. Maloney hitting .292. So now Wells the runner at second. Altmaier is over at first. Kennedy, the windup, here comes the pitch. Swung on, hit in the air to left field. Spearman started in, now goes back, and it's over her head. It's going to the wall. Wells will score. Altmaier coming in. She will score. Around to third is Maloney with a triple, and Texas has played at 5. The Longhorns have a 5-1 lead in the bottom of the first inning.
And that's pretty much all they would need, as Texas would have a 7-3 lead with 2 outs in the 7th inning.
Here's Kavan's first pitch. Swung on, hit in the air, left field. Coming on for it, Altmaier makes the catch, and Texas takes game one. The Longhorns beat Texas Tech by a score of 7-3, and the Texas Longhorns will have a chance for back-to-back national championships. Game 2 coming up on Thursday night. Texas a winner in game 1.
7-3 the final. Kaya Altmaier, the one-time Arizona Wildcat, all over those highlights last night, had a hit, scored a run, drove in a run in 3 at-bats. She's hitting .299 on her lone season. In Austin, Texas can wrap it up tonight with a win in game number 2. They knocked out the Red Raiders last year. It took them 3 games last year, but they may only need 2 this season. 52-12 is Texas on the season. Texas Tech comes into tonight's game at 61-9. Tegan Kavan, excellent in the circle. Just 3 hits allowed. Katie Stewart kept her hot streak going, as you heard there. And Tegan Kavan going the distance for the Longhorns to get the win. Katie Stewart, as you heard Ryan Radke, Arizona Wildcat grad, say there, has homered now in a Women's College World Series record 4 consecutive games and has 7 career home runs in the Women's College World Series. That is the 3rd most all-time for Katie Stewart. So pretty impressive. We will have game 2 coming up for you tonight. 4:45 will be broadcast time. First pitch coming up just a little bit after 5 o'clock. If Texas Tech can find a way to extend this series, we will have game 3 for you as well right here coming up on Friday at that same time, 4:45.
It's weird how top-heavy softball is, right? Because if it wasn't UCLA or Arizona winning 80% of the titles during the 80s and 90s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and early 2000s, it's been Oklahoma and Texas, the last 6 consecutive? If they pull off the game tonight, it was Oklahoma 4 and then Texas the last 2. So it just seems like they're switching the dominance from the West Coast to the South currently, But it just funny, we talked about the NBA in the first Dragon Ball, so the first segment, because it's been 8 years since there was a repeat winner in the NBA, and it seems like in college softball, if you've got really good starting pitching and you've got either a small ball or enough juice, in the 3-4 spot to be able to knock some runners in, a really good pitcher will take you a long way. And Oklahoma and Texas have just been dominant lately.
Yeah, I think the only other ones I can think of was going back to 2023 was FSU was the one outlier between those 2 teams, and even then, I think they were going up. I believe it was against Oklahoma in that one in 2023.
Pretty sure, yeah. I'm pretty sure they made a finals, and I'd have to look it up, but I think it was 5 straight, something like that.
Yeah, it was against the 2-game series against the Oklahoma Sooners. So again, it's another, like you were saying, it's either Texas or Oklahoma, and even then, now it's become so commonplace that now it's just the state of Texas is just showing up, where you have Texas and Texas Tech in back-to-back seasons for the final series. So, hey, if you've got the talent, you've got the ability to go ahead and bring them in, might as well keep doing it and keep putting yourself in position to go ahead and win it all there. No harm in that.
There you go. All right, game 2 coming up tonight. 4:45 will be broadcast time, so a little over an hour from now, and it'll be the Texas Tech Red Raiders and the Texas Longhorns. 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. We're going to be talking some track and field here coming up with John Paredes. He is one of the 19 Wildcats that is going to be headed to Eugene next week for the NCAA championships. In fact, we chatted yesterday with one of the tracksters on the show, and we found out that they're going to be leaving on Sunday. Aaron Tack joined us on the show yesterday, so they'll leave Sunday to get over to Eugene, because we found out last week also that head coach Andrew Dubbs likes to leave early. He likes to get out early and get his team to wherever the spot is they're going to be performing and going to be competing, and get the kids acclimated there and get them some practice time in the venues that they're going to be performing in, so that they're ready to go. And it seems like it's been paying off this year, because, again, we've seen a ton of records. The Wildcats have had just, I believe 9 times they've broken school records This season alone, 9 school records have been taken off the board. If you ever go over to Drockman Stadium and you see the board there, it's kind of behind the grandstand there with all these school records. They're going to have to do a lot of changing to that coming up this offseason because a whole lot of those records have fallen this year. But it's been great to see in this first season for Andrew Dubbs. And looking in terms of like people that could potentially score once they get to Eugene, you've got obviously Mason Lawyer, who's just had one heck of a season, the men's sprinter in the 100 and the 200. And we'll dive more into these numbers as we get closer to the event. But he's a guy that you got to believe that has a chance to score for the University of Arizona. Score, you got to get in the top one of those top 8 spots to get points for your school. That 4x100 team, and John Paredes is on that team with Mason Lawyer. That's a squad that could potentially score at the NCAA championships coming up. You've got the 3 high jumpers who just have been tremendous this year. When you're talking about Paris McKinsky and Emma Gates and Kaya Crook, any one of those young ladies could potentially score on the women's side. The women's 4x100 team has put up a tremendous year. They have broken the school record 3 times this season. So 3 of those 9 times that the school record has been broken, it's been broken by the women's 4x100 team. So they are a squad that could potentially score in Eugene next week. So it's going to be fun to watch. That'll get going next Wednesday. Will be the opening of the NCAA championships. It'll go Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday over in Eugene, Oregon. So we'll see exactly how things transpire as we get set for the Wildcats to kind of be the last group to finish out the athletics year here for this coming year. I mentioned we'll get a Director's Cup dump next week on June 9th. So that'll be, I believe, next Tuesday. We'll get the latest round of scoring from the Director's Cup, and that'll pretty much tell us where Arizona's going to be positioned moving forward in terms of how they'll finish the year. The last set of standings that'll come out will include baseball, and obviously the Wildcats are not going to get any points from baseball because they didn't make the postseason, and they'll have whatever track points that they'll get from the women and the men in Eugene. But the majority of the final spring points will come in next Tuesday. So we'll have a pretty good idea. I mentioned yesterday the Wildcats were 48th at the last point drop, which came in late April. And so you're gonna get a whole lot of extra points. Men's tennis going to the Elite 8, men's golf going to a Final Four, women's golf getting in obviously to the postseason, along with gymnastics and women's tennis as well. So there's going to be a pretty good point jump. We'll see where the Wildcats land. I think they'll probably land in the top 35, but we shall see exactly where that all sits. All right, DK on the Sports Tip. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. We'll get you updated on what's going on with your Diamondbacks as they try to get a split out of their 4-game series with the Los Angeles Dodgers. That's tonight. The Mercury finally got a win last night on the road in Seattle.
7 games.
Yeah, finally got a win. So it's good to see them get off the schneid.
And there's like 4 teams in that league. So it's like you're losing the same teams every night. It's got to be discouraging.
And it's tight. I mean, you look at the standings and it's like, even though they're 3-8, they're only like 2.5 games out of a playoff spot. So anything can happen there's no clear great team in the league this year. I think the best team is 7-2, and I think that's Las Vegas or maybe Atlanta. So again, that even the best team in the league's got a couple of losses this year. So plenty of time for the ladies to get themselves together and play themselves back in. And of course, we've got Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Finals. We'll hear from Rob Brendamore and John Tortorella as the Carolina Panthers look to bounce back against the Vegas Golden Knights. All right, let's get a break in here. We're going to come back. We'll talk some track with John Paredes. Cricket is here to get you home every 20 minutes on the 5s with your traffic and your weather.
From the Cruz and Associates Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center, Freedom 1400 traffic. Some slowing on Alvernon at Grant Road. Travel at the intersection down to 1 lane each direction. No left turns, Grant and Alvernon. Roadwork at Country Club in Glen. Restrictions on Country Club at Glen and also westbound Glen near Country Club closed. and westbound Glen west of Alvernon closed. Use Fort Lowell instead. 72 the overnight low, sunny, 102 tomorrow, 103 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio, 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Summit Racing Equipment.
Rev up Father's Day gift giving at summitracing.com. You'll find unique gifts, parts, tools, accessories, and more. Or give the perfect card, a Summit Racing gift card. Shop summitracing.com, plus enroll in the rewards program to get more power in every purchase.
There's only one Ozempic.
Hello, I'm Ozempic.
And I'm other GLP-1s, kind of like him. Ozempic, you redid your jingle?
Thanks for noticing. Catchy, right?
No.
Okay, then. Well, ask your doctor about which FDA-approved uses of me, the Ozempic pen, may be right for you. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and learn more about Ozempic semaglutide injection, 2 milligrams. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic.
There's only one Ozempic.
I told you it was catchy.
Now that Wendy's has these new biggie deals, everyone in the family can get what they're craving, from nugs to JBCs. The parental units can get an $8 biggie bundle, the eldest who think they're so grown can get a $6 biggie bag, and the little one who can do no wrong can get a $4 biggie bites. You know, assuming they have a credit card. No, I'm kidding. We take cash too. 4, $6, and $8 biggie deals for the whole family. Only at Wendy's.
Price and participation may vary. Single items at regular price. Prices may be higher in Alaska, California, and Hawaii.
Your business isn't a science experiment. So at Cumulus Digital, we don't speculate, we execute with a proven framework delivering results 25% better than industry standards. Go to cumulusdigital.com, fill out our form, and move from guessing to knowing.
It's hard to ask for help, but no one will even look you in the eyes. My name is Augustine. Last summer, I was homeless and the heat was deadly. I was dehydrated and completely worn out. Everywhere I went, I felt out of place and nobody wanted to help me. Until I met someone from the Gospel Rescue Mission's Operation Rescue. They offered me water, a meal, and then took me to a safe place to sleep. But more than that, they looked at me as a person.
If you want to help, or if you know someone who needs help, go to grmtucson.com.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text HIM to 215-215 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text HIM to 215-215. That's HIM to 215-215.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Paid for by Adaptive Health.
Big color, bigger savings. Sherwin-Williams Super Sale is here. Get 40% off paints and stains June 5th through the 11th with prices starting at $30.89. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
When the moments in your life are too important to miss, you can trust O'Reilly Auto Parts to keep you and your plans on the road. Our professional parts people can test your vehicle's battery and even give it a charge if needed. In most cases, we can install your new battery for free. It's just one of the many services we provide at O'Reilly Auto Parts to ensure life's best moments don't find you stranded.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Full Send Golf.
You guys know how much I really love golf. Full Send Golf, 2v2. Me and VOD versus Big John and Kyle. Oh, it feels good to be back on the links with the boys.
Join the party on the golf course.
Back to golf in a big way. Now what, practice? Let's go. Let's hit the range.
I was like, let's go to the range.
We are headed to the golf course. Yo, you want to golf with us? No. You don't play golf? No. Try. We got to break par. I'm very excited. You excited? Yeah.
Full Send Golf. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
This is a Westwood One Sports Minute.
Presented by Privagen. Privagen, made for your brain. The New York Knicks win Game 1 of the NBA Finals 105-95. Jalen Brunson led the Knicks with 30 points. The Knicks were down 14 points in the second half. The Knicks know how to get Brunson the ball and to get out of the way. Game 1 goes to the Knicks. New York takes back home court advantage. Game 2 is Friday night in San Antonio. I'm Chris Black.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Now that Wendy's has these new biggie deals, everyone in the family can get what they're craving, from nugs to JBCs. The parental units can get an $8 biggie bundle, the eldest who think they're so grown can get a $6 biggie bag, and the little one who can do no wrong can get a $4 biggie bites. You know, assuming they have a credit card. No, I'm kidding. We take cash too. 4, 6, and $8 biggie deals for the whole family. Only at Wendy's.
Price and participation may vary. Single items at regular price. Prices may be higher in Alaska, California, and Hawaii.
DK on the sports tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
All right, let's talk some Arizona track and field. The tracksters of the last competition group to finish out their season and wrap up this 25-26 school year. They'll do so at the NCAA Championships next week in Eugene, Oregon. And one of the tracksters that will be there is John Paredes. He joins us now. He is a hurdler and a sprinter for your Arizona Wildcats out of Cali, Colombia. John, appreciate you taking some time to join us. So what's today like for you? Have you already practiced? Or do you guys kind of, with the heat starting to arrive now here in the desert, do you practice in the evening? What's the regiment right now as you guys get ready for Eugene?
Hey guys, thank you for the invitation. So I just finished my practice.
You just finished your practice?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just got home.
So you just so you were out there in the heat today. Tell me what that was. Tell me what it's like right now practicing out there. Is the temperatures start to creep up towards 100 degrees?
Yeah.
those guys compete up in Eugene next week.
Yeah, I lived in Bend for a long time, spent a lot of time in Corvallis, Eugene, and Pullman, and I can't imagine, Dragon Ball, what it's like to pull into a place like Pullman not really having much knowledge of what you're getting into, because it's not a big place and hard to get to.
Yeah. It is an outpost for sure. I think I've probably told you the great saying by the late George Raveling, who was the basketball coach up there at Washington State for a number of years. And he once said that Pullman is not the end of the world, but you can see it from there.
I'd imagine at some point you start to have that drive out to, and you're thinking, we must have gotten lost about 10 minutes ago getting up here.
The best thing about it, though, is so isolated that, they have had a history of good sprinting. And, remember all the, little jitterbug wide receivers? But literally all the jitterbug wide receivers they had all through the 90s and early 2000s. So, if you're really trying to work on your craft and trying to, get off the line and just practice those skills, there's not a lot of distractions. No. And I think that's why a lot of athletes from Southern California, will go up there. So not much to do, but work on your craft.
Well, and I think the previous sprint coach that we had here, Francesca Green, who is now the head coach over at the UTEP, she came here from Washington State as well. So it's been a place, and Bernard Lagat.
Oh yeah,
was from Washington State. There's a lot of people that ran up there in Pullman.
I miss our Cougar brethren.
Yep.
And our Duck brethren and all those other Pacific Northwest teams that we used to be cousins with.
The Beaver brethren.
Yeah. Well, not so much. Oregon State's whatever, but the rest of them, I miss them. Yeah.
DK on the Sports Tip, 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. Much more coming up for you. We got a short show, so only a little less than an hour till 4:45. Women's College World Series Game 2. Texas Tech. Dragon Ball Series got everything happening in Southern Arizona, as well as sports around the world.
Well, Arizona men's basketball is going to be opening up their season against UCLA out in T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, and they'll be doing so now with official times set up as well as the tickets officially on sale. You were able to go ahead and see a link there on the Arizona men's basketball Twitter page, so do go to that webpage. Check it out. Go to the University of Arizona. Get yourself your tickets ready. Again, that game will be tipping off, and you can hear it here on Wildcats Radio 1290 on November the 2nd at 8 o'clock p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Now, the Mercury will get their 7-game losing streak and put it to bed thanks to a win last night from Natasha Mack and company. Natasha Mack scoring a career-high 16 points and a double-double performance from her last night. And head coach Nate Tibbetts gave a lot of praise for her, not just for the scoring effort that she provided, but also the defensive work that she had on the ball last night.
Mack is a very elite defensive player. I think she's continuing to grow in her pick-and-roll defense. She's got extremely long arms, and she's got a knack for the ball. She does it, like you kind of talked about, a cat and mouse. She's doing a better job of retreating, but also understanding when she can step up and be aggressive. Just happy for her. I think she had a historic night here in the W, which, going 7 for 7, 3 blocks, and a double-double. It's pretty impressive by her, and she's just continued to work, and her attitude's been absolutely awesome.
And the Merc will now look to go ahead and make it 2 games in a row as they now get their attention focused on the Fire out in Portland for another road game tomorrow. And we talked about it earlier at the top of the show. The New York Knicks take Game 1 in their series against the Spurs with a 10-point victory thanks to a brilliant performance by Jalen Brunson, with Game 2 stated for Friday at 5:30 p.m. That will still be out in San Antonio. And then tonight, Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Finals between the Hurricanes and the Golden Knights will have puck drop at about 5 o'clock. Again, the Hurricanes trying to go ahead and even up the series at 1 apiece while still at home before having to make the 2-game trip out to Las Vegas as the Golden Knights aim to steal both games out in Carolina. I'm Dragon Ball with your 2020 Sports Update on Wildcats Radio 1290.
It's DK on the Sports Tip. Did you hear what we're talking about?
Gabriel from Rouray is our guest. Did you think coaching was going to be the next thing for you?
No, I didn't enjoy coaching. Associated coaching with being a disciplinarian. It was actually my wife. What if you just don't coach? Lead them in how to live a life and while helping them go faster. From the moment I looked at it from that lens, I've enjoyed it every single time.
DK on the Sports Tip. Weekdays, Monday through Friday on Wildcats Radio 1290.
From the Cruz and Associates Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center, Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather together. Collision at Miracle Mile in Flowing Wells and backups for both directions of travel on Miracle Mile approaching Flowing Wells. Keep in mind, a lot of people are using Miracle Mile near Flowing Wells instead of Grant near I-10. Grant Road is closed east of I-10 through the beginning of August. 72 the overnight low, 102 sunny tomorrow, and 103 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio, 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing. In Tucson, desert dust destroys AC systems fast. Cool Willie's preseason AC reset is a deep internal clean that removes buildup and restores airflow before the heat hits. First-time customers pay just $39. Appointments fill fast. Visit coolwillies.com and book online today.
I'm Ruben Cruz. After a car accident, people ask, what is my case worth? It depends on your injuries, the medical care you receive, and the impact on your life. At Cruz & Associates, we build strong cases and fight for full compensation. No fees unless we win. Injured, call Cruz.com.
For adults with Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms, every choice matters. Tremfya offers self-injection or intravenous infusion from the start. Tremfya is administered as injections under the skin or infusions through a vein every 4 weeks, followed by injections under the skin every 4 or 8 weeks. If your doctor decides that you can self-inject Tremfya, proper training is required. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions, increased risk of infections or lower ability to fight them, and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or need a vaccine. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Good evening, ma'am. We're the Goodfellas AC Rapid Response Team, here for the overnight install of your new AC unit.
Great. Come in. We're so excited for a sleepover.
Oh, well, we're actually putting you and your family up in a hotel for the night. We work while you sleep.
Oh.
Okay, who's ready for a movie night? Popcorn or s'mores?
You know, that sounds pretty good.
No, it doesn't.
Good service, good prices, Goodfellas. Providing overnight installs so you don't miss work or leisure time with your family. GoodfellasAC.com.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong?
I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code CLEAR to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code CLEAR to borrow up to $10,000. Use code CLEAR to borrow up to $10,000. Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong?
I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code GROW to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code GROW to borrow up to $10,000. Use code GROW to borrow up to $10,000.
Progressive Commercial Insurance can protect your small business with over 30 coverage options, an easy-to-use mobile app, personalized discounts, and more. Get a quote in as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Discounts and coverage selections not available in all states or situations.
Nobody covers your cats like we do. We are the home of your Arizona Wildcats. KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus media station. Wildcats Radio 1290 studios are brought to you by ICCU at ICCU.com.
Today on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Hour number 2, or should I say shortened hour number 2 of our show, as we've got Women's College World Series action coming up for you here in about 40 minutes or so. Game 2 between Texas and Texas Tech. The season could come to an end tonight. If Texas knocks off the Red Raiders, they'll get their second championship in a row and deny Texas Tech for a second consecutive year. And that'll be a title for one former Arizona Wildcat in Kaya Altmaier. I don't know that I can't remember if Bella Dayton was on the team at Texas last year. Bella Dayton was another Wildcat that ended up down in Austin, but I think she actually graduated out the year before when they lost to Oklahoma in the finals.
How many 8-run comebacks have the Lady Red Raiders had this postseason? So I wouldn't count them out, even though they're down 0-1.
Few.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is like they've made a name for themselves in this postseason alone by their comebacks.
So I mentioned, obviously, Kyle Altmaier's on this team. And so yesterday I was perusing through the Twitter, and I saw a tweet from the San Francisco 49ers on young rookie cornerback Ephesians Prysock, who, of course, played here at the University of Arizona. And it got me thinking because, we have these terms that we've always used to define ourselves as Wildcats, whether that's bear down or something of that nature. The one that's generally used for alumni is Wildcat for life. And so I started thinking, it's like, well, what can I get? Because I generally will tag Wildcat for life on tweets and social media messages that involve players that have gone on to play in the NFL, Major League Baseball, NBA, and such. But I started to think to myself, well, he obviously transferred out of here, went to another school, so I got to come up. I got to come up with another term now. I'm a term guy. I got to have a phrase that I can attach to these plays, because we're going to start.
Are we brainstorming?
Yeah.
How about T-Peer?
T-Peer.
There's multiple meanings.
Okay.
You really think about it.
T-Peer. Total player? Total player?
Well, just the transfer portal era is like, one of those deals where we're going to see players either come in here as seniors, there's several situations like that, or leave here after their sophomore or junior year and go have their final mature year in college after they've, maybe struggled for their first few years on somebody else's campus.
So I went to the what do we call it here? I went to the Copilot and Microsoft Copilot. That's our official thing, kind of our search engine, our Chat GPT. And so we've kind of we had a class about this about a month ago. A class, an internal company class on how to use this thing. And so I've started to use it a little bit of late. And so I put in there, here's what I put in there. This is funny. I put in, if a Wildcat for life is a student athlete who graduated from or left the University of Arizona and went directly into a professional sports career, I need a term to call athletes who started as student athletes at the U of A, but left via transfer and played at another university before turning pro. So here is what Copilot spit out to me. Here are some of the terms it spit out to me. See which ones you like, which ones you don't like. We may try to get down to 4, and we'll do a question of the day on it and let you vote at some point. Wildcat launch.
Okay.
Implies U of A was the starting point of that journey. I didn't like that one either. Wildcat roots. I didn't like that one. Wildcat origin. That one didn't do much for me either.
We made a drink called the Origin once.
The Origin.
Yeah.
Wildcat Foundation suggests U of A helped build their career. I didn't like any of those. That was the first list. I didn't like any of those. This was the second list. Wildcat Path, Wildcat Journey, Wildcat Next, Wildcat Transfer Line. I didn't like any of those either.
I don't think the AI understands what you're getting at.
It does get better as it goes along. Then it chose Forever Wildcat. I didn't like that just because, again, it wasn't Forever Wildcat is to me implement
Wildcat for life.
Something similar to Wildcat for Life that you were here the whole time. This one I actually liked, and I kind of tweaked it. Wildcat. They put out Wildcat Beginnings Club, and I changed that to Bear Down Beginners Club. That was one that I actually didn't mind too much. This next one came out with a through. Built as Wildcats. Wildcat Made, although I didn't really like that one either. Bear Down Beginnings. How about that one? Bear Down Beginnings.
Bear Down Beginnings is the most. It's the most natural sounding one thus far that you've said of the ones that you've been able to pull out of this.
And then the last few here were From Tucson to Pro. That was too many words for me. From Tucson to Pro. I didn't like that one either. So what I came up with, the first one I came up with was Built by U of A. That's the first one. Built by U of A. Hashtag Built by U of A.
It's so tough because there's nuance, right? So, like, who was it that transferred here because their son was in Phoenix again?
Jacob Cowing.
So Jacob
Who's
Cowing
also in San Francisco.
Spent 3 years somewhere else and transferred to the University of Arizona, not because he was in love with the coaching. Well, I'm sure that had a part to do with it. But the main reason was so that he could be closer to his son, right? So, like, if you leave Arizona because all the coaches, let's say hypothetically you're on the women's basketball team a couple years ago, the coaches let go, you leave because that was the reason why you were here. It's not necessarily just because I don't like Tucson, I don't like Arizona, I want to go somewhere else. And nowadays, DK, it's I got a giant bag waiting for me over there, a gigantic bag, like a whole bunch of money that I can't turn down. So it's not a loyalty thing as much as it used to be. And that situation, like with Cowing, is what I always think about, where sometimes there's really good reasons to transfer, bigger reasons than football in situations like that. So I don't have a blanket like hatred or love for people who transfer in or transfer out. It doesn't work like that. So it's tough to think of, like, because, you know, inherently any of those shorthand things are either going to have a positive or negative connotation, right? So it's really tough to narrow it down with two words, what it means for a Wildcat who started here for a couple of years and finished their career somewhere else. What's the word, Dragon Ball, for a player who plays for 4 universities or now 5 universities in their 5-year eligibility? Because that's also a thing.
A hop, skip, and a jumper.
Yeah, exactly. Who was it? I think it was Beasley who played 4 different high schools in 4 different years.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beasley.
Michael Beasley.
Michael Beasley. Yep, he got around quite a. So I need a term. if you have a term for what we should call these young folks who leave and go and play somewhere else, and then because again, like I said when on draft day, you know, when all these kids were being drafted, when we talked about did we have what was it, 5 Wildcats drafted, or did we have 7? Because you can't talk about that season 2 years ago when you won 10 games and beat Oklahoma. You can't talk about that season without mentioning names like Takario Davis and Ephesians Prysock and some of those other guys who are going to play in the NFL and who played here longer than they played maybe elsewhere. It kind of goes back to, you know, and so there's a difference between, like, I look at a guy like, I go back to Tony Fields. Tony Fields was a linebacker here about maybe 8-9 years ago. He left at the COVID because initially we weren't going to play during COVID, so he transferred to West Virginia so he could play. But he graduated from here, and my stance has always been: if you came here, you graduated, you left as a grad transfer, you're still to me considered a Wildcat for life because you came here, did what you were supposed to do, got your degree, and played for 3 to 4 years in a Wildcat uniform. Even though he finished his career somewhere else, but a young man like Ephesians Prysock did not necessarily get his degree here, but still played here longer than he did at Washington.
Yeah.
So he's still partially ours as well as he is theirs. So I got to come up with something.
Fans are
I got to come up with something.
Fans are so weird about credit claiming.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what I mean by that. John Calipari had 33 one-and-done players in his 15-year tenure as a University of Kentucky head coach. Many Kentucky fans claim that those players are as good as they are in today's NBA because of going to Kentucky. So if you get top 5 guys out of high school every single year, Dragon Ball, if those players went to Akron, they would be just as good in the NBA today as they were during that 4 months that they spent there. It's more of the appeal of coming to a place where you're going to be treated like an NBA player while you're in college, back before the NIL era, and yet so many of that fan base claims all those guys' skill levels and skill sets are due to the great coaching of Coach Cal and everything they learned there, which just simply is not true.
So I guess that means Derrick Rose would be the greatest Kentucky legend of all time if he had gone there instead of Memphis.
Exactly.
All right, so send me terms to 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290, that we can refer to our departed Wildcat athletes that went on to play somewhere else before they embarked on their professional careers. All right, cricket is here, ladies and gentlemen. Cricket.
Okay.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
It is Thursday, so we're getting closer to the weekend. She's clapping over there.
Tomorrow's International Donut Day.
Is it?
It is, yeah.
Yes. It's
Really?
also Shannon Black's birthday.
Oh.
Party.
So
Do you know the
so you're gonna
story
be
of that?
staying afterward, dude.
International Donut Day?
Yeah, Salvation Army from World War II. They gave donuts to the troops. That's where it all comes from.
Oh, cool.
Right.
I like that even better now.
So what's your favorite donut, Cricket, then?
Yes.
Yes.
All of them.
All of them.
All of them.
I know that the girlfriend is always going to tell me if I go to a donut place and I don't come back with a maple log, that's she's going to be very upset at me about that.
I'm a jelly donut lover. It's got to be, that's probably my favorite is the jelly donut.
I do like all the stuff in the middle.
Yeah,
That's good.
Boston cream is my go-to.
Oh, that's
So
good.
who's bringing the donuts then?
I'm going to bring, you guys better be here at like 5:45 a.m. tomorrow.
That's great.
They'll go quick.
Because they'll be gone.
Yes.
They'll be gone quick.
And my day off is tomorrow.
Oh,
Wonderful.
no. Boo.
It's fine. I'll go ahead.
Feel
and
free to
pick
come
up.
by if you want. You can come in.
It's a half-hour drive to get one donut and then go
Why
back
not?
home.
Right. Why not?
There you go. All right, Cricket's got quotes.
Well, do I do?
Every day at 4:12, we try to make you just a little bit smarter than you were 2 minutes ago.
I don't know if it makes anybody smarter. Maybe it does, but at least thought-provoking. We hope.
Thought-provoking.
We hope.
There we go.
The 2 most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why.
Ooh.
The 2 most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why.
So
David
Yeah,
Kelly
that's
was born to be a radio talk show host.
Extraordinaire.
Well, no, so wait, what is the why though?
When you find out why you're on this earth, your purpose in life. Your purpose in life. Like maybe you're a parent or your husband or your wife or your
I don't know if
grandma.
it's making us smarter, to be honest.
I thought
It's making us think more.
I thought that it might have had something to do with my parents fornicating or something. I don't know.
I'm sure that's what Mark Twain was talking about.
I'm sure. Yes. Absolutely.
By the way, was it Mark Twain?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Correct.
Mark's got some bangers for sure.
Yeah, no, Mark's got a lot of good
Everything.
ones.
Mark Twain has bangers. Is that
Mark
like
Twain has
is he like
a lot of
Is he like
good-
a DJ that had drops and
Oh,
stuff? He's got
mental
bangers?
drops.
Oh,
He would make you
mental
think.
drops. He was one of those guys.
A lot of great quotes.
For sure.
A lot of great quotes.
That one confused me.
Great
Cricket. I'm
American
sorry. I
author.
have no idea what that was.
Anyone else confused?
I was like trying to figure out the why. Like when did
It's
I?
your purpose, your
why did
destiny.
my destiny. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. So now I'm trying to figure out because I knew from a very young age that I was going to do this.
Okay.
I mean, people used to always think I was weird. It's like, how does he know it? How does he know at like 7 years old?
You're
what
like
he's gonna
7
do?
in the bathroom practicing your little camera recorder,
that was
like
me.
those 70s
That was me.
ones.
I would listen to Dick Enberg call UCLA games, and then I would turn him down and do it myself when I was like 7 years old.
So that's at least one of your whys.
I guess.
You know?
I guess. When did you know your why?
I don't know if I found it yet. I'm way old.
I found out my why when I started realizing I need to pay taxes.
Yeah, that's fair.
When I started learning that I pay taxes, I'm like, okay, I need to start doing something with my life here.
Did you know Dragon Ball is in trouble already with his HOA?
Already?
Yeah.
Dude. What'd you do?
I gotta apparently clean up some weeds, and there's not really a very clear
grass,
picture.
Man.
It's
Cut
not
your
even grass. It's all gravel in my front yard.
Uh-oh.
I was up at 8 this morning doing that, and that's why I'm having difficulty breathing all the way through the afternoon.
Now, DK said already, but didn't your parents own that place for a long time before you? So how long has your family been in that lot?
Since 93.
So that you guys should have some a working relationship with the HOA by this point.
Who knows? The ownership to the HOA has probably been going back and forth, but they don't send anyone to my door. They just took pictures of someone driving down my driveway, took a picture out the side of a car, and then they sent that in a letter to me yesterday.
This music makes talk of weeds a lot more tranquil than it would have been
tranquil. As many landscaping trucks as I see driving around this town, I'm starting to think that's the business to be in.
Mm-hmm. Well, wait till monsoon, and after too.
It was supposed to be here yesterday, based on those clouds.
Oh my gosh,
that was weird.
We had to roll down our we have this brand new patio, and we had a table with a umbrella. I had to roll it down last night. I thought it was going to fly away.
I'm going to tell y'all that was not in the forecast. All that wind, the potential for rain, that was not in the forecast.
I think they were doing some kind of weather notifications out in Safford or something like that, and I guess that was where the clouds were rolling in from.
Matt Berg did not warn me of that.
See? That's what I'm saying.
All right. Cricket's getting you home every 20 minutes on the fives with your traffic and your weather.
And from the Cruz and Associates Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center, it's Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather together. Collisions reported Sunrise Drive near Craycroft, west of Craycroft on Sunrise. Miracle Mile and Flowing Wells. Looks as though westbound Miracle Mile approaching Flowing Wells travel being diverted. You could use Prince instead. Please remember you cannot use Grant near I-10. Well, Grant Road east of I-10 is closed through the beginning of August. 72 the overnight low, sunny 102 tomorrow and 102 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Pro-Life Across America.
Hi, I'm Angie. Did you know a billboard can save a baby's life? It's true. You can make a difference by helping us spread the pro-life message to reach those who are struggling with an unplanned pregnancy. Please make a gift today. Visit prolifeacrossamerica.org.
Around Tucson, you've probably seen Cruz on the road across our community. Because Cruz isn't just another law firm, we care about this community. And when one of our own is injured in an accident, we can help. Call 520-567-8000. Cruz & Associates, a firm you know, help you can trust.
Progressive knows you could have easily taken the freeway, but you took the scenic route to see a waterfall and an oddly busy boiled peanut stand. Discovering the unexpected is exactly why you bought an RV, so protect it with a bundle from Progressive. Because although you may be 3 hours behind schedule, you're 6 jars of jam richer and possibly enrolled in a butter-churning workshop. Switch to Progressive and protect your RV, boat, or motorcycle by bundling with your home and auto insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Babbel proudly presents The Poison Gift.
Derek, hi.
Hi. I got you something. Ein bisschen Gift.
Gift? Ist das Gift?
Ja, ist das Gift. Für dich.
If you buy her a gift, don't tell her it's poison. Use Babbel. Practice with Babbel's guided conversations based on real situations. Get up to 50% off on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? A man age 50 non-tobacco user can obtain $500,000 of coverage for as little as $110 per month, level rate for 20 years. That's right, guaranteed level rate for 20 years. Call Term Busters for a quote, 1-800-908-7636. You're probably paying more than you should. Call 1-800-908-7636. Sample rate for preferred non-tobacco rate class, exam required to qualify. For details, call 1-800-908-7636. Paid for by Robert Livinger, insurance agent.
Good evening, ma'am. We're the Goodfellas AC Rapid Response Team, here for the overnight install of your new AC unit.
Great. Come in. We're so excited for a sleepover.
Oh, well, we're actually putting you and your family up in a hotel for the night. We work while you sleep.
Oh.
Okay, who's ready for a movie night? Popcorn or s'mores?
That sounds pretty good.
No, it doesn't.
Good service, good prices, Goodfellas. Providing overnight installs so you don't miss work or leisure time with your family. GoodfellasAC.com.
Yep, he's planning another project. So, this Father's Day at Lowe's, tap into free gifts for Dad. Get a free Select Craftsman power tool when you buy a Craftsman B20 charger with 2 amp-hour and 4 amp-hour batteries. Plus, get a free DeWalt power tool when you buy a Select 20-volt Max XR 4 amp-hour battery kit. Dad knows our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 7/14 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-466-9625. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-466-9625.
So, what is it that scares you the most?
The blue trucks from Essential Pest Control, Doctor. They leave bugs belly up.
I use one of those national companies.
Thanks, Doc. Those guys don't scare me.
Spring is bug season. Go blue with Essential Pest Control. We'll eliminate those bugs, bees, and termites. Buy local and stop paying too much with those national providers. Essential Pest Control is a bug's worst nightmare.
I can't sleep at night.
Essential Pest Control. Call 866-3029. That's 866-3029. Or visit essentialpest.com.
Snakes, zombies, public speaking. The list of fears is endless. But the real danger is in your hand when you're behind the wheel. Distracted driving is what's really scary and even deadly. Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Westwood One presents Today in Women's Sports. The top-ranked player at the French Open is out. Aryna Sabalenka's bid for her first title at Roland Garros was stopped yesterday with a loss to Diana Snyder in the quarterfinals. Sabalenka was leading the match early, but Snyder won 10 straight games and prevailed in 3 sets. Sabalenka has held the number 1 ranking for 85 consecutive weeks, but yesterday was another disappointing finish in a major tournament.
No thoughts, no emotions. Just want to quit tennis right now, but we'll see. We'll see in a few days. Hopefully I'll get back on track mentally.
The French Open women's singles final will be held on Saturday. On the doubles side, American Taylor Townsend and her Czech partner Katerina Siniakova have reached the semifinals. Townsend has already won a doubles title at the Australian Open and Wimbledon, and she'll continue her quest at Roland Garros on Friday. With Today in Women's Sports, I'm Jody Jackson on Westwood One.
Mr. Big-Time Capital One Bank guy.
Mom, please.
Well, look at this Capital One Cafe. I just might move in.
Or just drop by. Capital One cafes are open 7 days a week.
I could put my spoon collection right here by the ATM, yes.
Wow, you weren't kidding, Mom.
I never kid about the spoon collection, son. Oh, hey, what's that thing you always say?
There's no fees or minimums on Capital One checking accounts.
No, the other one.
What's in your wallet?
Oh, that's my boy.
Terms apply. Visit CapitalOne.com/bank guide for details. Capital One and name member FDIC.
While retinitis pigmentosa takes Mark's vision, his family gives him hope, whether at the family business or at home with his wife and sons. He knows he's not fighting alone. For 50 years, the Foundation Fighting Blindness has funded research into treatments and cures for blinding retinal diseases, providing hope to people with vision loss. And for Mark, winning the fight means being there for his family. The Foundation Fighting Blindness. Together, we're winning. Help us end blinding diseases at fightingblindness.org.
DK on the sports tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
520-848-1290 is the number for you to get in on the program. We've got you until 4:45, and then Women's College World Series. Game 2 is the Texas Tech Red Raiders and the Texas Longhorns. You'll hear it. Ryan Radke, Arizona grad. Leah O'Brien, Amico, Arizona softball national champion, will be on the call tonight. You'll hear it right here on Wildcats Radio 1290. All right, we were trying to come up with like a term for these players who have left Arizona, gone on to other places, and who we're going to be seeing in the NBA and the NFL and Major League Baseball. It's actually been happening for a long time in Major League Baseball because there's a lot of kids that have started their careers here and left and either gone back to JC or gone to other schools and have ended up in the big leagues. So that's not anything new on the baseball side of it, but we are going to start to see it more on the basketball and the NFL side of it with the era that we are in right now. Let's hear from, is it Mark? Mark, you are on DK on the Sports Tip, Wildcats Radio 1290.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Good, Mark. How are you?
I'm great. No, I just came up with 3 quick ones. I'm thinking Wildcat Trail player.
Wildcat Trail player?
Trail? Yeah, just, we see on trails in the desert all the time.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's kind of whack. What about a cat pass player?
Wait, say one more time.
Cat pass trail?
Cat
player? I mean, cat path player, yes.
Cat path.
Took the cat path.
Okay, cat path player. Okay. I like that one better than Wildcat Trail.
Okay, I'm with you. They came out quick. Or pass cat player. I don't know.
Path cat or pass cat?
Past
cat player. Pass cats. Pass cats could be good. That's I like of the 3. I think pass cats I like more than anything else.
Yeah. I mean, and I wish they would stay for life.
Yeah.
Most of those players, well, obviously they go kick butt in the pros and all that. So, all right, who are you going for tonight in the softball game?
I think Texas Tech is going to find a way to push it to Game 3.
That's who I was cheering for too. So,
I want them to win. So.
Yes, I was upset when they couldn't pull it off yesterday, but we'll see what happens.
There we go. Hey, Mark, appreciate your call.
Okay, well, thank you all. Have fun.
520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. All right, Julian Champagne Cunningham.
Penny, like the coin.
Penny is off to a good start, getting us a win in who's going to shoot the most three-pointers in the NBA Finals.
6 to shoot. Fox splits the defense, throws it in the corner. Champagne puts it up, puts it in. Champagne red hot here in the first half. Final seconds knocked away. And quarter number 2 comes to an end. Champagne 5 of 6 from three-point range.
Well,
he's got 15
points. So he would miss his last 4 then, because he started 5 of 6. He finished 5 of 10, but still 5 of 10 from 3. Was the 5 made were the most three-pointers last night made. OG Anunoby, help me, OG Anunoby, your only hope. He had 3. Landry Shamet had 3. So the leader in the clubhouse is Julian Champagne. All right, that's what we need because we've been losing a lot. we lost because I let these two talk us out of taking the Knicks last night. Thank you very much, guys.
You can blame me.
Wait, let's go back here for a second. So you determined, first of all, when you took over, you decided you're going to start telling everybody about these bets. And secondly, you decided that you were going to flip literally everything for the last 9 months. So
because we were losing too much by going with it.
I was going to go with that one last night until y'all talked me out of it.
But you were asking us to try to convince you to talk yourself out of these.
I didn't say that. I just said,
you did.
I said, what do you like? What do you
last
like?
Year,
Last
year you were in the red because you kept taking their advice, and this year you wanted to switch it.
Okay, well,
I'm just trying to. I'm trying to help you stay true to your word.
Okay, we lost out on $20 there last night because we ended up taking the Spurs and Devin Vassell
because they shot 2 for 19 in the second half from 3. After Champagne went 5 for 6 in the first half. That's why they lost.
And Devin Vassell only went 4 of 11. We had him over 12.5 points. He went 1 of 6 from 3 and finished with 9 points. So we lost on that one.
My favorite stat is they tracked it, and De'Aaron Fox had 17 assist possibilities, and 10 of them were on wide open threes. We didn't talk about this in the first segment, DK, but that first half they were hot. In the second half, I don't know if you watched the game, Dragon Ball, but I counted 4 air balls. 2 that hit the backboard, and 1 air ball from the baseline that went all the way over the rim. And these were all from very competent, very successful
good
three-point shooters. So I don't know what that was all about, but they were not closely guarded threes. They just could not hit threes in that second half.
No.
All right, let's see what we've got tonight on Game 2 for the Stanley Cup Finals.
What's up, everybody? Nick Costos here, helping you beat the books with Westwood One Sports. Coming up tonight in pro hockey, Game 2 of the Finals, Carolina down 1-0 in the series, a minus 165 favorite over Vegas. Total in the game is 6. And Game 1 was really high scoring, 5-4 in favor of Vegas. I think we get a lower scoring game tonight. Give me under 6, and I like Vegas to win. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetMGM app today.
Right. I'm hoping for as many goals as possible.
Right. Why is that?
Because I want to see them break the record. I said yesterday it was 33 goals in a finals is the most ever scored. And what was that, 9 in the first game? So
About 9 in the first game. And the biggest thing is you really want Carolina to come back and win this one, so force at least a Game 5. Because if Golden Knights go up 2 games in Carolina, I don't like Carolina's chance to try to win at least a game in Vegas to go ahead and extend the series.
Yeah, it's the same exact situation with the Spurs.
I tried to parlay that, but it doesn't allow you to really parlay bets in the same game like that. You can't parlay the money line and the over-under together.
Well, you can't parlay anything that contradicts itself, right?
Yeah, I think that's what they said, that exactly. It contradicts itself. So
you can you can hedge your bets by betting on both sides individually, but not on the same
ticket.
So we had we took Vegas. We got Vegas on the over Carolina at plus 135, and the under 6 goals is at minus 118. So we'll take both of those. See, you're already grimacing over there.
Well, no, I'm thinking to myself that there's actually a pretty good chance that is what happens in tonight's game, and that's mostly just because Carolina needs to get some more production off of their first line. They have been awful all postseason, and they need to have a game here at some point where they take over.
All right, speaking of that, let's hear. I'm going to play you Rob Brindamore, the head coach of the Carolina Panthers, talking about what he needs from his first line tonight.
They got to play in the other team's end. You know, they're too much one and done, and not even one a lot of times. So they got to get a little more offensive zone time. Kind of like that last shift they had. That was about one of the shifts you could say, okay, there you go. That's how it needs to look. So, we need them to get going.
All right, they need to get going. That's pretty straightforward there from Rod Brindamore. Okay,
they've been needing to get in there. Yeah, they need to go ahead and get some production at some point this entire Stanley Cup playoff. DK, 131 minutes for that line between Aho, Svechnikov, and Jarvis. They have 2 goals to 3 against in 5-on-5 play so far. Wow. They have not done anything that deserves to have them be the top line for this squad. No, not one of them outside of Aho has had legitimately a series where they've had more than 2 goals. And that's the worst part, is that only happened once with Aho in the first round. This team swept through pretty much the entirety of the Eastern Conference playoff up until they've had the one game that they lost to Montreal in the Eastern Conference Championship. But they have been miserable. Not one of these guys outside of Aho has more than 3 goals over 13 games played.
Well, that's what you said like 2 or 3 weeks ago about being tested, right?
Yeah. And the thing about for good Stanley Cup quality teams is that it's usually your second or your third line that really kind of, they have a showing out party. And those guys have been doing it in regards to Ehlers, Stahl, and Martinook. They had 3 goals in the first game between that line. The problem is not 1 point, assist, or goal came off of the first line. They need to have some kind of production there if they want to have a chance to beat the Golden Knights here at home.
All right, look at Dragon Ball bringing the first line stats to the party today.
Is what I do.
He came prepared.
I watch hockey.
All right, I got one more bet for you. Zach Geloff, the third baseman for the A's tonight, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. A's are in at Wrigley Field against Shody Amonga, who's been terrible in his last 5 starts, 7.42 ERA, and Geloff is hitting 300 this season against lefties.
Is that the Sacramento A's
that
you're
is
talking about?
Did you see Murphy's, the bar next to Wrigley Field? It had a sign. It said the Cubs played tonight against the artist formerly known as Oakland.
Perfect.
Absolutely the best way to go with that.
There you go. All right, we'll wrap it up after this. Cricket getting you home every 20 minutes on the 5s with your traffic and your weather.
From the Cruz and Associates Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center, this is your Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together. Collisions reported La Cañada near Ina, north of Ina on La Cañada. Sunrise Drive west of Craycroft. Flowing Wells in Miracle Mile with backups eastbound Miracle Mile at Flowing Wells. Westbound Miracle Mile approaching Flowing Wells being diverted. You could use Prince Road instead. Grant Road remains closed east of I-10 for road work. 72 the overnight low, sunny, 102 tomorrow and 102 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's new Biggie Deals. Choose one of Wendy's new Biggie Deals. At $4, $6, and $8, pick one of the new Biggie Deals you're craving. For a pretty biggie deal, gotta be Wendy's. U.S. price and participation may vary.
With Bet365 Early Payout, you win even if they lose. Get paid out instantly when your team goes up big, even if they blow the lead later. Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Arizona.
Sean Furrier for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Arizona drivers know June is the calm before the furnace. Temperatures are rising and the intense summer heat is on its way. It's as certain as the next cracked asphalt road or suspension slaying pothole. Just around the corner and coming quickly. But Arizona drivers know that Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care is the one stop to make sure their car, SUV, light truck, or minivan is road trip ready for this summer's torture test for tires, batteries, brakes, and cooling systems. Just about every part under maximum stress. But mention this ad during June and get Jack Furrier's road trip ready inspection at no charge with the purchase of any oil change. A $30 value for free that gives you the inspection information you need to lower your stress before heading into another summer of extreme Arizona driving. And if you already know you need tires or service, come by to the local's choice for the most affordable tires and rock-solid guarantees at 14 award-winning locations. Make an appointment online, call ahead, or just stop by. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, since 1960, we're here to get you there.
Oh my gosh, Ted, why are you digging up the yard?
I'm looking for that stupid pipe. The bathroom drain is still clogged.
Shouldn't we call Goodfellas AC and Plumbing? You know, the professionals.
I found the pipe.
Whatever clogs your drains, leave it to the professionals at Goodfellas AC and Plumbing. The choice your family can count on for quick, reliable plumbing service using Permaliner to fix pipes and drains without digging up the yard. Good service, good prices, Goodfellas. GoodfellasAC.com.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
Big color, bigger savings. Sherwin-Williams Super Sale is here. Get 40% off paints and stains June 5th through the 11th with prices starting at $30.89. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only, some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong?
I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code GROW to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code GROW. value. To borrow up to $10,000, use code GROW to borrow up to $10,000.
Ugh, no, not the sink. Not now.
Plumbing issues can put your life on pause. But with anytime emergency scheduling, the Neighborly Done Right promise, and more, Mr. Rooter Plumbing will have your life flowing again in no time.
All fixed.
Much better.
Mr. Rooter is proud to cheer on the Cats. Mention this ad for 10% off any plumbing service. A win for the whole family. Bear down, Arizona.
Mr. Rooter Plumbing, a Neighborly company.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Shohei showed out last night at Chase Field.
Swing and a miss, and Pavin Smith strikes out. Ohtani got him with a 98-mile-an-hour heater. And a breaking ball. That just absolutely froze Waldschmidt.
It's the best breaking ball of the night by Ohtani.
Wow,
by far.
3. That is just mesmerizing.
6 shutout innings. I mean, it wasn't the greatest pitched game. He only allowed 2 hits, but he threw almost 90 pitches in 6 innings. So there's a lot of balls thrown. 89. I think he threw 58 strikes. So, but still, 6 shutout innings, 2 hits, and he reached base 5 times offensively. 3 hits, 2 walks. If that's not one of the best players we've ever seen, I don't know what is. Shohei Ohtani. 7-0 Dodgers win it. Let's hear from the skipper, Torey Lovello, on Shohei the pitcher.
And he's locked in. You know, he's got whatever it is, a .6 earned run average. He's got a .7 whip. So there's very few base runners, and he's just locked in. So it's a challenge, but you got to be able to accept that challenge and move forward and find a way to get on base, find a way to have a scrappy at bat, and then somebody comes up and slugs. That's really what it comes down to.
Diamondbacks download. Baseball talk.
All right, they'll wrap up the series. Diamondbacks will try to get a split. 6:40 tonight. It'll be Justin Wroblewski for the Dodgers, Ryan Nelson on the mound for your Diamondbacks. That's going to wrap up our show for today. Thanks to John Paredes from Arizona Track and Field for joining us. We'll be back with you tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Coming up, it is Game 2 of the Women's College World Series. Texas and Texas Tech for J-Dub, for Dragon Ball, for cricket. I'm David Kelly. That's our time for tonight. Thank you very much for your time. Enjoy the game.
The following is a presentation of Westwood One Sports.